Here's what pre-qualification looks like if you're doing lease options, and I'll show you right now. It looks like this. Are you open to something creative? Are you flexible enough to think about and talk about leasing the property for 24, 36 months and selling it to us during that time frame? Oh, you are? Great. Number 2, are you the owner? Are we talking to the person that's the owner? Are there any other owners, or are you the decision maker? Oh, you are? Great. Number 3, is the property listed on the MLS? Okay. In other words, do you have a marketing agreement? Do you have some kind of listing arrangement signed and dated with a realtor? Are you just a for sale by owner, or are you listing this? Is it already for sale by some hardworking realtor? God bless them all. They're starving to death, some of them. Number 4, when is it vacant and ready to be moved into? Now, this is a loaded question, because if the person tells you, oh, yes, it's vacant, then you might want to follow up with this question. Great, it's vacant. That sounds wonderful. We can get started right away then. Do you have 2 house payments? Uh-oh, we're getting in deep now. See, we're starting to find indicators of motivation. When is it vacant and ready? If they say, oh, well, we're living here, but we're not prepared to move it's June 9th, but we're not prepared to move until August because we want to move right before school starts again. Well, this person's not all that motivated then, are they? You get a lot of information from question number 4. Question number 5, what is the monthly payment that you would require? What is your monthly nut on this house? In other words, if I were to rent the house from you for 24 or 36 months, what would it cost me every month to send you a payment that would cover your payment, your principal, your interest, your taxes, and your insurance? We call that the PITI. What a pity. Okay, the principal, the interest, the taxes, the insurance. And then you might follow that up with, is there a homeowners association? Are there any other fees that need to be paid monthly or yearly even that need to be calculated into what it costs to rent this property from you for 24 or 36 months and purchase it during that time frame? Do you hear how smooth I am and confident I am when I'm asking these questions? You want to know the reason why? Because I've got this formula right here, and I've said it 1,000 times. All right, now if we were to rent the property at that amount for 24 or 36 months and purchase it during that time frame, what is the purchase price that you would have to have? Oh, really? Okay, great. And I write that down. This is pre-qualification. I'm not trying to close anybody. Remember, this is step 2 or 3 out of a 5-step process. So I'm just gathering information because I want to know how to send a written offer to this person. Even if I want to send a written offer, I might not want to send a written offer to them because they might not be motivated enough and they might be crazy. Or maybe I'm crazy. All right, so purchase price. What would it take, Mr. Homeowner, if we were to rent the property for 24 or 36 months and purchase it during that time frame? The purchase price that you have on Zillow for $375,000, is that going to do us? Okay, sir. Could you do any better? Okay, I'm going to write that down. I'm not trying to close anybody. I'm just pre-qualifying them, remember? Now, number 7, I'm going to say something like this. Email for our written offer. I'm going to say, Mr. Homeowner, let me ask you a question. The objective of my call today here is to gather some information and to send you a written offer so that we can actually discuss something real between you and I. What is your email so I can send you my written offer tonight? You see how easy that is? All right, number 7. That's number 7. Number 8, we're going to talk about this next. We're going to say, okay, sir, if I send you my written offer tonight, is the same time tomorrow a good time for me to call you so that we can discuss my written offer? Because I'm certain there are some things in it that will need to change. I'm certain that you'll have questions. There'll probably be some things in there that you don't like, and maybe some things that you do. And so if I call you tomorrow at this time and I'm able to make it fit, great. And if I'm not, it's still okay to tell me no. Is that fair if I call you tomorrow at the same time? Will that have given you enough time to discuss and think and review and formulate your questions so that we can have a real discussion tomorrow at this time? Not too hard to do steps 2 and 3. Okay, now you can see that all of that is going to be over text. Some of it could be. which is step 2, but some of it's going to be step 3. Okay. So we're going to make sure that we get on the phone and we do a pre-qualification call. And on that call, we're definitely going to find out the answers to those 8 questions. All right. Now, let me tell you, just from my experience, this is, like I said, this is not a closing call. This is a pre-qualification call. It should take you no more than 3 to 5 minutes. If you are spending 20 to 25 minutes listening to all the updates that they made and how they mow the yard and what the countertops are and what the hot tub in the bathroom does and all of the things that they want to talk about, you will never make any money. You will get discouraged. You will be tired. You will be worn out, and you will only call 2 or 3 leads before giving up. You have to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pre-qualification questions, and you have to keep the movement going and get your information. Oh, sir, he's going to interrupt you with questions. He's going to say, oh, well, how does this work? Or, oh, hey, what happens if this and such? Or you're talking about leasing the property and purchase it during that time frame. Well, what happens if blah, blah, blah? And what if, let's say, perhaps this and such happens, and blah, blah, blah. What I want you to say is, sir, those are all great questions. What might make more sense is if I get my information from you that I need so that I can put together my written offer and send it to you tonight. And then tomorrow when we talk on the phone about the written offer, I'm sure my written offer will, 1, answer some of these questions that you have, and 2, it will allow you to see the complete picture of what we're talking about. Really, honestly, Mr. Homeowner, there's nothing serious we can discuss until I send you my written offer. So what is your email? Is it okay if I finish asking you a few questions so that I can send you my written offer tonight? What's your email? All right, not that complicated, not that complicated. You got to practice it a little bit, and I've practiced it. That's why I'm good at it. See, my coaching students, I practice with them. I want you to practice this. The problem that I have with coaching students is they don't want to do steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They want me to teach them step 1, and then they want to jump to step 5, and that's not how it works. It never has, nor will it ever.